Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I have an incredible video for you today where I'm going to discuss one of my favorite investing topics, which are dividend stocks. So dividend stocks are basically incredible companies with great earning potential. Usually these companies have been around for a very long time and they have done quite well for themselves. So as a result, what they do is they offer a dividend, or essentially you could think of it as a cash gift to their investors on an either quarterly or monthly basis, depending on how the company operates. This benefits you in two ways, because not only do you get to experience the capital appreciation or the growth of a stock over a period of time, but you also get to have a little cash gift or dividend as well that you could either choose to take out with cash, or what I do is I reinvest these dividends back into the stock. So eventually, after a certain number of months or years, depending on how much stock you buy, you can essentially purchase a free stock with the dividends that stock individually gives you. So in this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 Canadian dividend stocks in 2021. And as always, this information is presented to you for entertainment purposes. But if you have any questions regarding the financial market, or you want to seek someone to help you invest, definitely seek a professional to help you out on that end. But without further ado, let's take a look at the top 5 Canadian dividend stocks in 2021. So the first dividend stock that we'll be discussing is Enbridge, or ENB.TO on the TSX. Enbridge is the largest energy company in Canada, and it generates its revenues through its oil pipelines, natural gas refineries, power distribution network, and renewable energy sources as well. The nature of this company and its business involves a lot of long-term contracts with cities and other big corporations that rely on Enbridge powered network, and thus results in sustainable long-term profits for the company itself. In terms of its dividends, Enbridge pays a high 7% dividend, which is paid out quarterly. Its forward dividend is $3.34 per share, and the company is currently trading at around $48.55 at the time of this video recording. With businesses opening up again, there's a huge demand for power and electricity, and Enbridge is in a prime position to offer its services and continue to build its businesses past 2021. Looking at its one-year chart, we could see that the stock has been performing quite well this year and has a steady hold in between the $47 and $49 price range. All right, guys, so the second dividend stock that we're going to be taking a look at is the Bank of Montreal, or BMO.TO on the TSX. BMO is the 4th largest bank in Canada, and it's actually the oldest bank with the longest track record of its dividend payout spanning almost 200 years. It's safe to say that this bank is reliable, and if you're looking for a strong company with a reliable dividend payout, you shouldn't look any further than this bank. BMO pays a moderate dividend yield of 3.3%, and it's actually paid out quarterly. Its forward dividend is $4.24 per share, and the company is currently trading at $127.91 at the moment of this video recording. So all the major banks have performed quite well during the pandemic. This is mainly a result of a massive demand for banking products such as mortgages, lines of credit, and commercial loans, which has fueled revenue and stock price growth. And also the government has done the banks quite a favor by reducing the interest rate, as well as making it a very favorable lending environment. So if we take a look at the one-year chart of BMO, we can see that it actually has fantastic growth from around $75 per share in the beginning of last year, all the way to $128 per share nowadays. We can expect this growth to actually continue forward past 2021, just because of the favorable lending environment and the low interest rates that we are in right now. And if you're looking for a great bank dividend stock, I would look no further than BMO. All right, so the third dividend stock that we're going to be talking about today is Manulife, or MCF.TO on the TSX. So Manulife is actually the largest insurance provider in Canada and amongst the top 20 largest companies in the country as well. In addition to providing home and auto insurance to Canadians, the company also has a wide range of mutual funds, GICs, and mortgage products for consumers as well. Manulife has a very generous dividend yield of 4.46%, which is actually paid out quarterly. And currently its forward dividend is $1.12 per share, and it's currently trading at around $24.93 at the time of this video. So Manulife's asset management division has actually made some very smart moves in terms of acquisitions and partnerships with bleeding edge technology companies. The company is actually working really hard to stay adaptable and keep up with the ever-changing finance industry. And more importantly, we can see some strategic investments that are made in the Asian market to further expand its business in terms of demographic and to diversify its offerings. Taking a look at the one-year chart for Manulife, we could see some volatility this year, but overall it has experienced some good growth from being $19 1 year ago to $24 around now. If you're looking for a cheap play in terms of the insurance or finance industry, I'll look no further than Manulife. All right, so the fourth dividend stock that we're going to be taking a look at is yet another financial banking stock, and it's actually National Bank Canada, or NA.TO on the TSX. So National Bank is actually not one of the top 5 banks. In fact, it's usually represented as the 6th largest bank in Canada, but it has a fantastic dividend yield of 2.87% and a forward dividend of $2.84 with a good dividend payout of 46.7%. What that basically means is that the bank is doing a great job in providing its dividends, considering the fact that it's actually one of the youngest banks in Canada. And overall, we've seen incredible dividend growth as well as business growth because of their capital investments and their unique mortgage products as well. In the last decade, the bank actually grew 12% year over year, which is actually very phenomenal considering the fact that the Canadian banking climate is usually quite stable and doesn't really lead to a lot of major growth. So similar to BMO, National Bank has performed quite well over the last couple of years, especially during the pandemic. Like we said before, the lending environment and the interest rates have been quite low, which has led to favorable lending environments for the bank, as well as opportunities for Canadians to get new mortgage products, line of credits, etc., etc. So looking at its one-year chart, we can see that National Bank has experienced some pretty incredible growth of over 30%, which brings the stock upwards of $100 at the time of this video recording. So I would recommend National Bank if you're looking for a dividend stock that has great growth potential over the long run. This would be more of a appreciation pay with a little bit of a dividend bonus as well. I wouldn't recommend National Bank as a purely dividend pay, but if you're looking for a stock that is going to grow over the course of the next couple of years, National Bank is a fantastic pick. So the fifth dividend stock is Canadian Utilities, or CU.TO on the TSX. So Canadian Utilities is one of the largest utilities companies in Canada, and it performs relatively similar to Enbridge with a high dividend yield of 4.9% being paid out quarterly. However, they actually have an incredible track record of increasing their dividends and have actually been doing so for 49 years. As a result, they're eligible to become one of Canada's first dividend kings, which is awarded to companies that have increased their dividends for more than 50 years in a row. As a result, you can bank on the fact that for the next couple of years, the dividend of this company is going to continue to increase, which means that you're going to be benefiting off larger dividend cash yields as well as larger dividend cash payouts. The benefit of this company is the fact that they have very reliable income streams similar to Enbridge, in the fact that they have a lot of long-term contracts with governments and other municipalities and companies as well. If we're looking at the one-year chart of Canadian Utilities Limited, we can see that there has actually been quite a bit of volatility over the last year. However, there has been a steady return from 2020 highs of around $42. I would recommend Canadian Utilities if you're looking for a high growth dividend stock, as this stock is primed to essentially grow within the next couple of years, and it's going to be paying off a wonderful dividend. Alright guys, so just to recap, today we covered my personal pick for the top 5 Canadian dividend stocks in 2021. So each of these 5 stocks that we covered have an incredible advantage in terms of this Canadian dividend environment. They each provide a unique angle in terms of what they offer, whether it's a super high dividend yield, a great capital appreciation rate, or just great appreciation and dividend overall. So just to recap, the 5 stocks that we covered today are Enbridge or ENB.TO. We covered BMO, which is BMO.TO. Manulife Financial, which is MFC.TO. We also covered National Bank, which is NA.TO. And finally, we covered Canadian Utilities, which is CU.TO. So if you're looking for a great dividend stock for your portfolio, I would highly recommend taking a look at any of these 5 stocks that we mentioned today. Now, personally, I have all of these in my portfolio, and although this is not financial advice, I could say that they have done pretty well for me over the course of these last few years. So if you enjoyed this video, I would highly recommend that you give me a thumbs up, as well as comment below if you would like to see anything in a future video. I'd be more than happy to oblige and see what I could do to make that video come to reality. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.